G'day everyone, Jeff2TC wants to know what an average day in the life of robbie fishing looks like. I'm going to explain it. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Right, now I'm reading off my phone here. Jeff2TC says, mate, have you ever done a day in the life video? I get the impression you do a lot of driving as well as fishing. I'm intrigued to know what an average busy day looks like. Cheers. And underneath that, Daniel says, brilliant idea this. Now, I'm not going to carry my camera around and vlog and just film my whole day. To be quite honest, I'm too busy, as you'll find out shortly, doing other stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk you through what this week has looked like for me. It's currently Friday afternoon, and I'm going to start from Monday. But before I do, I'm just going to run over a couple of things. I want to give you a little bit of a channel update. There's a couple of things I just want to speak to you about, and then I'm going to go through a week in the life of robbie fishing. And at some stage in this channel update video, I've got a tackle club box to open and rip through pretty quickly. Right. Now, I'm referring to my notes. If you see me looking down, it's because I've got my notes on my phone here. The first thing I want to talk to you about is I'm working again. Many of you will remember I made this video early in the year and said I'm a full-time YouTuber and I've given up work. Well, I'm about to go back to, I've started working again as a disability support worker, but only in a very, very limited capacity. You may have seen on the news that the governments are calling for retired health professionals like doctors and nurses and stuff to go back into the field. And you may have also seen on the news that there's a lot of staff shortages in lots of different industries. Well, the disability sector is one of them, and I've been contacted by my previous employer and asked if I can do a little bit of disability support work again. And I said yes, but I'm only going to be doing one, maybe two shifts a week or a fortnight. I don't want to do too much because I have been building up my YouTube channel for years to the point where it is now that I can be a full-time YouTuber and live the dream, live a life that I love and live my best life. But I also, at the same time, I really enjoyed working as a disability support worker for a number of years, and I'm only human. I enjoy that feeling of being needed, and being a disability support worker or a mental health worker, it gives an extra level of satisfaction that you can't really find anywhere else. So I am going back into the field. I'm going to be a disability support worker or a mental health worker, depending which clients I end up working with, and I'm only going to be doing that a couple of shifts a week. So I just wanted to bring you up to speed with that. So if you see me out in the community doing what looks like work, that's why, but don't stress. Years ago I was a disability support worker and I used to go fishing on my days off. Then I started a YouTube channel and it grew and I started earning a bit of pocket money out of it. Then I was a disability support worker with a fishing thing as a side hustle. Now I'm a YouTuber, a full-time fishing YouTuber with disability support work as my side hustle. Now, the other thing I wanted to tell you, you may remember earlier this year I had a little segment on my channel called Real-Time Lure Review, where I'd take a lure that I'd never used before, I'd go out the river and use it. They will be resuming in the new year. I stopped doing them over the winter months because I didn't have any chance of catching a fish, and I was making these videos. In essence, the Real-Time Lure Reviews are just a glorified lure review. I go out the river, I swim the lure, I show you how it works, and I try and catch a fish. If I don't catch a fish, well, you still get a lure review. But in the winter, I didn't have a chance of catching a fish, so I stopped doing them. So in the new year, I'm going to bring back the real-time lure reviews. As with last year, they may or may not contain a fish, but they will contain a product review for a lure that I've never used. Some of them come in mail time boxes, some come in fan mail, and wherever I might have found them hanging off a tree, who knows. Now, I try, if I don't catch a fish, I try to keep the video nice and short. If the video is only 4 or 5 minutes long, I may not catch one, but if you see the video is 18 or 19 minutes long, maybe I've hit the jackpot. But anyway, folks, after New Year, the real-time lure reviews are coming back. Now, just before I start my week of my life of what it looks like, let's open the December tackle club box. This is the December trout and redfin tackle club box, and I'm going to rip through this really quickly. In here we have a Flash J Curry fish arrow soft plastics. We also have these little mag bite soft plastics. They look really cool, really small minnow style soft plastics, always work well. We have a little Rapala CDE55 Countdown Elite. So it's like the Countdown Rapala, but it's the Countdown Elite. We have some Atomic Plazos, or Plazos, 2.5 inch paddle tail soft plastics. And we have these actually look really cool. Bing, Damiki Bing soft plastics. These look really cool. It's like a little plastic container, like one of those, that bait that you power bait, except it's got these tiny, weeny little soft plastic minnows in there from Damiki. There's 15 of them in there, isn't it? Hang on, 25. There's 25 of them in there. That's really cool. Pooh, and they are scented. It stinks to me, but it probably smells nice to the fish. We also have a Tackle Club sticker, a Tackle Club fridge magnet in the December box, which is really cool, and a brochure for the free e-mag. Now hopefully that's in focus. If it is, you should be able to scan that on your screen and access the e-mag. Right, so we have this is the, remember this is the December Tackle Club box.
We have the Fish Arrow Curly 2-inch soft plastics, $12.99. Rapala Countdown Elite, $28.95. Atomic Plazo 2.5-inch paddle tails, $9.95. The Damiki Bing 1.5-inch soft plastics, $14.99. The Magbite Chunky 1.8, they're Magbite, $13.75.
For a grand total of $80.63, and the subscription cost is $49.99. And remember, if you use my discount code Robbie10 at the checkout, you will get 10% off that. And I'll put a link in the video description below. And once again, I'll just show you the QR code. You should be able to scan that on your screen with a bit of luck to access the magazine. I'll go back a bit. Right, now, welcome to a week in the life of Robbie Fishing. This is what a week looks like to me. Most weeks look something along these lines. Monday morning just gone. It's Friday afternoon now, and that's where this story is going to end. Let's go back to Monday morning just gone. I got up at 5 AM and I went fishing at Merriwa Park in Wangaratta. I fished for a few hours. I got home about 10. Didn't get a touch. Last week I tried to catch a silver perch, and I caught a nice redfin a couple of weeks ago. This time I went down there to catch a silver perch. I hooked a couple of turtles, which I safely unhooked and released. Other than that, I never had a bite from a fish. The fishing was dead. Then I went to work. I worked from 12 until 2:30 as a disability support worker. That's, as I mentioned earlier in this video, the sort of work I'll be doing a little bit again. But that was a 2-hour shift on Monday. And then Monday afternoon I came down to this very spot on the lower Ovens River fishing with my wife Loretta. She brought her camera and got some bird photos. I went fishing, and once again I didn't get a bite. I fished here from 4 o'clock until 20 past 8. I should have caught 8 or 9 small cod at least, and I never had a bite. It was just dead. But I did catch a heap of shrimp, and that's what's brought me back down here today. So that's Monday. Fishing in the morning, a couple of hours at work, fishing in the afternoon, and unfortunately both fishing trips were unsuccessful. Tuesday morning, I had to work from 9 until 11, another short shift as a disability support worker, and then I went way up into the hills fly fishing and had an absolute ripper of an afternoon. I caught a stack of trout, sorry, and I got honked by a sambar deer. That video is actually going to be published tonight, the night that I'm filming this, on a Friday night, but that was Tuesday. Wednesday morning, I got up, I edited my fly fishing video. That took me quite a long time to edit that video. I'd then done some admin work, and by admin, what that means is, you know, dealing with replying to emails, replying to messages, dealing with people that have tried to contact me over the last few days when I've been too busy, just catching up with all that sort of stuff. I've got accounting stuff I've got to do all the time now, and I've done a fair bit of that. I then went out and done my shopping. I got my groceries on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, sorry, and then after I finished editing the fly fishing video, finished doing the admin, finished doing the shopping, I went fly fishing. I went to another spot not as far away, and I had a short little session. I caught a couple of trout, and that video won't be seen until next year because I've put that in the vault. Some of you may remember last year I had a series called From the Vault in winter, where I'd take one video from time to time this time of the year, and I'd put it into a folder, and then during next winter, during the last winter just gone, I had a series of From the Vault videos. Well, this fly fishing video has gone into the vault. I've currently got 3 videos in the vault to share 1 week apart next winter in my next From the Vault series, and I had to have about 13, I think it is, by the end of the autumn, ready to go. So that was Wednesday. Thursday morning I got up and I went cod fishing. I went cod fishing at 5. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I went Murray cod fishing. I had a ripper of a session. That video will be out soon. I won't tell you what happened in case I haven't shared the video yet, but I went cod fishing. I went home, I edited the cod fishing video straight away, uploaded it, shared it on Patreon. I then also edited the fly fishing video, which I've put into the vault. And then I went out with Loretta in the afternoon, way back up into the mountains where I went fly fishing earlier in the week, and I went and I gave the new Strike Tiger mud eyes a bit of a swim, and I fished with those for a few hours, learnt the different ways to use them, worked out what I think is the best way to use them, and that's Thursday. And then today, Friday morning, I had to go and get my car serviced. I got up, took my car down to my mechanic. He serviced my car for me this morning. While the car was getting serviced, I edited my mud eye video, the video that I filmed yesterday fishing with the new Strike Tiger mud eyes. Then by the time I finished editing, the car was ready, picked the car up, and then I've come down the river this afternoon to do a little bit of bait fishing. I want to catch some shrimp. I'm filming a catch and cook shrimp video. I've been meaning to film a mail time video all week, but I've been really busy, as you can tell. So I'm filming this channel update now. I'm going to film my mail time now. Then I'm going to film a catch and cook video. And if there's any time left at the end of the day, I'm going to go and drown some bait and see if I can catch a fish. So folks, that's what a week looks like in the life of Robbie Alexander. Monday, fishing in the morning, then work, fishing in the afternoon. Tuesday, work in the morning, then fly fishing all afternoon. Wednesday, editing, admin, and then a short fly fishing trip and my groceries. Thursday, cod fishing, editing, then mud eye fishing in the afternoon. Then today, car service, then editing, and now bait fishing in the afternoon. That's a busy week in the life of Robbie Fishing, and that's what every week looks like in my life. Folks, I hope that answers the question of what a day in the life of me looks like. Thanks very much to Tackle Club. Remember, there'll be links in the video description below, and you can use my discount code Robbie10 to get 10% off. Stay tuned after Christmas for the real-time lure reviews. And if you see me out and about doing what looks like work, don't be scared to say good day.